It's one of the globe's most famous football venues, but this crowd of 60,000 plus is gathered to watch a different type of football. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Tory Taylor, to do the honors. And we're underway from Tottenham Hotspur. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
That one's cut along the left sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. They'll try it left with Etienne. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The kick by Shudak is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to... Starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stop that. Antonio Johnson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Flushed down now to his left. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. From the red zone now. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. And he's not going to escape this. The Jags drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Swift hauls it in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's out in the clear. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars need only 1 to take the lead. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
They'll send him over right. Another try following the sack. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and goal, Swift. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Bears picked up the fumble and ran it home. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say whoever plays the hardest and longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears tie things 10-10. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Stiff arm success. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they make the tackle at the 38. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. He's off again. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line, dominated in the trenches. That sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well,
it's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Juke the defender. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Williams will look to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down throw by Williams. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears make it 17-all. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. This will end up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 44 here on second down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at a fourth down. The Jaguars into punt formation. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Bears are going to take over deep in their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On target to Waddle. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets him around 6 there. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. An option give here to ETN. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Williams. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Second and 10 now. Has his man, it's Swift. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Williams to throw on 1st. Hauled in by Waddle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Dumps it off to his running back. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Man in motion, out of the slot. 1st down, Williams. He puts everything behind this. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Chicago. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sidelines are best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Setting up the screen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 38. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lawrence working from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
One last play before the break. First down, here's Swift. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30. Swift gets it, going left. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game. Swift on 2nd down.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third down, here's Williams. He puts some power on a deep one left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J-Ron Kirsch has the INT. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Bears bringing out an extra defensive back or two. 3rd down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll try and punch it in. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Quick throw right side. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Here's Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Going to run again. Uh-oh, it's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. Well, props for the recovery, but before he can escape the end zone, he's hauled down. That's a safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Hits his running back. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
That's Thomas. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They send a man in motion. From the 16. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Jaguars take a lead just before the end of the third. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
And he won't be able to reach the end zone, so their first 2-point try of the afternoon comes up empty. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Working from the gun, Williams. Oh, stiff arm. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Williams from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. With the pick. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Lawrence now off the play action. He'll get this to ETN. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Tight end going in motion here. Here's Etienne on first down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Blitz coming, Lawrence. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On is Little for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. And he sails that one over the end zone.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch him off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. That's more on the quick slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First down throw by Williams. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Out of the pistol, Williams. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
The throw to the right finds Waddle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. He'll throw it. He put some juice on a deep throw down. They did it. He made the interception. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Bears down by 7. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here he is to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send in flight. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Able to find Strange here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Moving on into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. Back-to-back carries here.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't pick up anything, and now he brings up third and goal from the 2. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So everything comes down to this from Cam Little, who doesn't get much easier than this. The kick is good. He got it. And the rookie nails the game winner. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And their trip across the pond, a fruitful one, Brock, as they claim the victory over here in London. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say cheerio from London.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.